big, beautiful, loving planet called Earth, I I found this new snack that's actually pretty good. Now, I've heard so many things about it, and there's different flavors. They have like Blue Heat, they have Fuego, they have the nacho one that I just tried, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of Cheetos because it's got that cheese dust that gets on your fingers whenever you're eating Cheetos or anything that can have like a residue of some sort on it. And before I continue, these chips are called Takis. Now I could have, the Blue Heat ones. I could have the Fuego ones, which means fire in Spanish, or I could just continue to have those ones. But yeah, so I'm not saying I've had chips similar to it. Like I've eaten Cheetos, crunchy Cheetos before, and I've eaten, flaming hot Cheetos and things like that, and nacho cheese, Doritos, and all kinds of different types of chips that are kind of similar to Takis, but are not the exact same because Takis are kind of like in a swirl, whereas Cheetos are they're not. They're basically like a rolled up tortilla. Basically, if you roll a tortilla up like really thin, and you put a bunch of cheese on it, and then just make it into a chip, that's what a Taki looks like. Now, I don't have any left in the bag that I currently just finished. It took me like 2 or 3 days to finish that bag. But, yeah, so that's a new chip that you guys should check out if you like Cheetos, or you like any type of, like, whether it be flaming hot Cheetos, whether it be regular Cheetos, whether it be the puffy Cheetos or whatever. You should definitely try this out. Now, eventually I want to try the other flavors that they have in Takis, whether it's the Blue Heat or the Fuego or any other type of flavor they have. Eventually try that out and see how it tastes, because this one, the nacho flavored one, was actually really good. And I don't like to, I like different types of chips. It's not just that specific chip. I mean, I like to eat pretzels too. The mini pretzels, not the, the hard ones, not the soft ones, by the way. But, I don't really like to eat that many chips. There are other snacks that I like to try as well, like donuts, even though those can be considered a breakfast food, and Nutty Buddies, and any other, and donut holes, and I know that most of those things are not good for my health, but I still, from time to time, I'll eat Cheetos, or maybe I'll just start eating, and not eating them every day or getting them every time, but like Takis, or even when I ate the Doritos, the nacho cheese flavored ones, or when I eat pretzels or things like that. There's just so many things in this world that exist, like snack wise, that are good. I'll even eat peanut M&Ms or regular M&Ms as well. I mean, there's just so many snacks. I'm not saying I want to eat all of the snacks in the world, because that's not who I am. Excuse me. I'll eat snacks once in a while, whether it's a new a new type of chip that I've never tried before, or a donut that I haven't had in a long time. Because I had these little tiny chocolate donuts that are pretty good, that I get from the grocery store, or like Nutty Buddies or pretzels, or any of those types of snacks. And it's not just, it doesn't have to necessarily be on like a road trip for a couple hours, whether it's going to another state, or going down south, or maybe even going up farther north. Whatever it is, there's just so many different types of snacks that exist in this world. It's not just chips, it's not just cookies, it's not just pretzels, it's not just it's not just candy. There are so many other types of snacks that may be a little bit healthier for you too. Like there's veggie sticks that they have. I've had those before in the past. Some of snacks taste like styrofoam, and others taste actually pretty good. And Takis is one of them. And the reason I wanted to try them out is because there's this podcast that I watch called BFF's podcast with with Josh Richards, Brian Chicken Fry, and Dave Portnoy, where they have a sponsor, and their sponsor is Takis. So I thought, why not try them and see how they taste? And I've been trying to find something that's not the hot ones, so I can prepare myself for the hot ones, whether it's the Blue Heat or whether it's the Fuego one. And they probably have other flavors too besides those three. I'm just saying I wanted to try it and see how it tasted. So that's what I did, and it's good. And so maybe next time I go to the grocery store, I try the next version of it. Whether it's the Blue Heat or the Fuego or some other flavor of it. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, I know that's kind of me rambling about snacks, but that's what I wanted to talk about in today's vlog. So before we go on to the birthdays and the outro, I hope I can go either see Oppenheimer or the Barbie film on Saturday, which is a couple of days from now. I'm not sure which one I want to go see, but I will say this. The Oppenheimer film was 3 hours long. I didn't realize that until I looked it up to see showtimes for it on Saturday. 3 hours is a long time for a film. There's only been a handful of films that I've seen that have been 3 hours. Like any of the Lord of the Rings films, whether it's the extended version or the other one, that's been about 3 hours long. Or maybe even a little bit longer than 3 hours. I think Return of the King was like 3.5 hours or something like that. That's for the extended version. Even some of the Harry Potter films are pretty close to 3 hours. Like 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 45 minutes, something like that. And just a bunch of other films I've seen that are pretty close to it. Like the last film I went and saw in theaters was 2 hours 45 minutes, so it's basically 3 hours, 15 minutes from 3 hours, but still pretty close to 3 hours. Anyways, I don't know if I'm going to go see that one on Saturday or wait until next week sometime. I'm going to see that one, but the Barbie one's a lot shorter. I think it's like 2 hours and like 15 minutes or an hour and 45. I can't remember. I'd have to go look at it again, and I know Barbies are girls' things, but this one has Margot Robbie, and I know I should probably go see the Barbie film, but maybe we'll have to wait and see. Maybe I'll wait until it comes out on DVD, or or digital, or maybe I'll go see it next week. The Haunted Mansion movie is being released next Friday, so that's something I want to go see as well. And then a couple other movies are being released in the coming weeks. Anyways, I'm rambling. Let's just do birthdays and say goodbye. So everyone who I'm wishing a happy birthday to today is turning 35. So happy birthday to Fleur Bell. Happy 35th birthday to Shane Dawson. And happy 35th birthday to Trent Williams. And that is it for all the birthdays today. And we've got 3 on Instagram tomorrow and 1 on YouTube tomorrow. And then and practice self-love, and once you've mastered it, that's when your love story will happen. And once your love story happens, it could be a while before your love story happens. I know I'm rambling, or probably not making a whole lot of sense now, but I thought I'd just say that. I will see you tomorrow with a brand new vlog, and bye-bye.